Please be seated. Please don't. Stop it. Stop it. Really, please don't. That was good. That was like a big gulp slurpy sound. That wasn't a sound of an alcoholic drink. Are you with her?
Yes, I am.
You were going to win. If that was a Long Island iced tea, you were going to win tonight.
I appreciate that.
When a girl starts, and I see like 8 empty glasses, it's going to be great. That's what we call the path to least resistance in dating, where you buy a girl 8 Long Island iced teas and she makes the slurping sound. I mean, this is a very heavily, this is like an Emily's List show. That's how many women are here tonight. Have you ever heard of this, where we try to buy you extra strong drinks so we can have sex with you easier? You heard of this? You ever seen us do this? You ever get suspicious of us on a first date? Where we go, I would like, you know, like where we have a coupon or something? For like a drink of equal or lesser value. And we get a Coors Light, but we get you a Long Island iced tea with a crazy straw. Well, this is my entire album. What I do is I creep out the female audience by talking about how I want to get them very drunk and do things to them that may or may not be protected. Okay, so anyway, one guy laughed at that in the back, a creepy guy. I'll tell some jokes now. I'll do some scripted remarks. You ever heard of these? You ever heard of comedians write jokes? We do it. Here's the thing, I'm from Kansas City, Missouri. I don't just wear this hat because I root for fucking winning dynasty franchises. That went over better than I was expecting. You guys do some baseball. You know that, okay, the Kansas City Royals, if you're not aware, we are terrible. We won the World Series in 1985, and we have not been to the playoffs since. Which is pretty bad when you're like, hey, we were awesome when Reagan was fucking... We had Ronald Reagan in our fucking celebration. You heard of Reagan? You heard of the country? You guys heard of Reagan? Ronald Reagan? He had Alzheimer's his second term, and then when you look at you look at his the tapes now, it makes a lot of sense now, because he's like you know, they asked him about Iran-Contra, and then he goes, well, I don't remember. He actually didn't remember because he had fucking Alzheimer's. Anyway, he ignored AIDS. So anyway, I'm from Kansas City, Missouri, and there's a big difference between Kansas City, Missouri, and New York. It's a very big difference. Although the New York Mafia did run Vegas from Kansas City, Missouri. If you've seen the film Casino, they all got busted because they talked reckless in an Italian sandwich shop. It's actually true. But there's a big difference when you get off at the airport. When you get off at the airport in Kansas City, you go, hello, welcome to Kansas City. We have the Negro Leagues Museum downtown. We have the American Jazz Museum as well at 18th and Vine. Please go to the Nelson Atkins Museum of Art. It's one of the world's greatest art collections. It's completely free and open to the public. Please enjoy yourself at historic Westport, where people have been getting drunk for $1 at a time since the Civil War. It's a great place. We have some of the world's best barbecue. Please enjoy our smoked barbecue ribs. They're smoked for 2 years in a row. I landed at LaGuardia, right? And I asked, excuse me, am I in Brooklyn or Queens? And the lady at the, you know, the pretzel stand, was it Famous Amos or whatever it is? Famous Annie's or whatever it is called? Famous Annie's? Yeah, she's like, fuck out my face, nigga! And that was weird because she was Chinese, and so it's a different vibe here in New York City. Is what I actually know that I became a New Yorker. I've been here almost 10 years, and I feel that I actually became officially a New Yorker when I stepped over my first homeless person without breaking stride. I think that's when you become officially a New Yorker, when you don't break it all, when you're like, oh, he's having a seizure, but I'm late for Jamba Juice, so fuck him. I hope he dies a horrible death on the L train tracks. I actually, I don't know if you've noticed this or not, I'm a black person that wears glasses. You ever heard of this? Yeah, I'm an African American who's visually impaired. In the 1920s, they would call this a Negro they don't see good. That's what they'd say in Louisiana, I believe. Here's the thing, it's very hip to be a square, which is fucking bullshit, because it wasn't growing up. I was actually in Brooklyn the other day, and this hip girl walks up to me and she goes, I love your glasses, they are so ironic. And I was like, bitch, I have a disability. You know what I hate about wearing glasses? When you're black and wear glasses? Who's the most famous black person to wear glasses ever?
Urkel.
Exactly. And it is fucking... I feel real bad for Jaleel White because he can't escape being Urkel no matter what he does in his career. And I can't escape being Urkel and I'm not Jaleel White. So that's pretty fucking... He even did Dancing with the Stars, right? Don't like 7 billion people watch that, remember? Like, fuck the news. Dancing with the Stars. I watch the news. I was actually doing a show at the Chickasaw Nation Comedy Festival in Oklahoma. You guys ever, a lot of comedians do a lot of gigs. I do a lot of gigs on Indian reservations because I'm in hot demand. They go, you know what we want? An ironic black Midwesterner that reminds people of racism. That's what they say. They go, that's what's going to work good on Leno after he does his monologue about Clinton or whatever. So I did a show on a reservation and I saw a Native American man. He was reading a newspaper and it was about the mortgage crisis. And it was real crazy because he was really reading. It was about all these white people losing their homes, you know. And it was crazy because I saw a tear go back into his eye and he started smiling. It was the coolest thing that I ever saw. I'm a single person. You guys ever heard of single people? You guys heard of this? When you don't have anyone to love? Or to receive or take your love? You know? I'm a single person. And, but I wasn't though. I actually had a girlfriend for a year, and we had what we call a difference of opinion in a relationship. You guys ever heard of this? You heard of difference of opinion?
Yes.
Yes. Here was our difference of opinion. I wanted to spend the rest of my life with her.
Oh.
And she never wanted to see me again. It's a big difference of opinion, right? And now also, as an adult male, I've heard that you gotta do something called compromise. You guys ever heard of compromise in a relationship? Where you compromise? So I tried to compromise, right? But apparently the compromise between me wanting to spend the rest of my life with her and her never wanting to see me again is called stalking under New York City law. And fuck John Cusack, by the way. I held a boombox outside that bitch's window for 6 months. Shit doesn't work. Didn't pan out the way I thought it would. Well, I'm going to end on a big closer, ladies and gentlemen. My experience is here. A guy just agreed with that. A guy, I just said, I'm going to end on my big, I'm pointing at you. I said, I'm going to end on a closer, and he put his head down and be like, thank God, because I'm not doing this. I'm like that guy's least favorite comedian, which I like, actually. By the way, I've gotten bad reviews in papers, and here's the thing. For you, you go, oh my God, I saw this guy who was real creepy and stuff like that. I didn't like it. But this isn't happening to me. This is happening to you. This is just a normal night where I just do comedy. So my big closer is this. I feel like I'm a little bit of a douchebag now after living in New York. That's your measurement when you care less for humanity than you do a dog on the sidewalk, right? I've actually gotten so bad that I'm actually messing with subway panhandlers for my own entertainment. That's right, I mess with homeless people begging for money on the train. This is a fucking homeless advocacy group. It's a fucking comedy show. So here's what I do. Now anytime that train door opens and they're getting ready to start their old homeless dude rap, I jump up and I go, excuse me everybody, but my name is Justin Charles Williams and I'm black and comfortably middle class. In fact, my life has actually been devoid of hardship, but I have not had Starbucks coffee in the last 2.5 weeks and I sure am thirsty. So if you can lend me your spare change for the purchase of a cafe macchiato, I would be much obliged. Thank you. Oh, you're the worst. You're the worst people in the world for applauding that. You're terrible. Exactly, you just proved my point. You don't give a shit about people. My name is Justin Williams. I'll be in the back.
Hello, my name is Justin Williams. I'm originally from Kansas City, Missouri, but I've been doing comedy in New York City for about the last 5 years. So it's a dynamite time. I really enjoy this place. I can't tell, I have limited time here, so I'll give you a quick one-liner. I had a threesome with my girlfriend the other night. It was really good. Me and my dad really showed her that night. That's what I'll give you as far as my material. And as far as where you can see more of me, I have both a fan page and a personal page on Facebook. I'm also on Twitter at JustinW Comedy. And I'm filming my first comedy special. It's called JustinW, Black and Comfortably Middle Class, at the Duplex Theater in Manhattan on Christopher Street on Saturday, August 4th at 9:30. So you should come and see me perform. You know why? Because I'm hilarious and no one will die during the taping. That's one thing I can promise. No one will die.
So the Twitter handle and the Facebook is the same thing, JustinW?
If you on my fan page, you can go, well, my Twitter, if you go to JustinW Comedy, it has a link to my fan page in my bio. So at Justin, JustinW Comedy on Twitter, and then you can go to my fan page that way. And I keep you abreast to all my upcoming gigs. I'm doing the Apollo tomorrow night, and then Madison Square Garden the day after that. And then I'll do the Philadelphia Spectrum, and then I'll do the Polo Grounds after that.
All right, busy man, JustinW Comedy. Twitter, that's the Twitter handle. Look for him, all right?
God bless your soul and vote for Barack Obama in 2019.
All right, let's go. Everyday peoples, we out.
I am everyday.